Good afternoon, everybody. What is going on? I am Jeff Grant Media. In today's real user review, we're going to take a look at the Bellroy Classic Backpack. Now, I am not affiliated with Bellroy or Carryology in any way, shape, or form. I bought this bag with my own money. I actually bought it from Nordstrom Rack for a crazy Black Friday sale, so I didn't even purchase it from Bellroy. So I have no affiliation with them. They are not seeing this content prior to publication. They will see this when you do. Now, I did say Carryology. I'll get into that a little bit later on. But for now, we are going to start with the specs of the bag. When buying the Bellroy Classic Backpack new from Bellroy, it will run you $149 USD. The bag is 20 liters. It is 750 grams or 1.65 pounds. The dimensions are 450 by 320 by 180 millimeters. Or 17 3/4 by 12.5 by 7 inches. The material the bag is made from is called a durable, water-resistant woven fabric. But I have not gotten caught in the rain with this bag, so I do not know how water-resistant it actually is. Now, the good, the bad, the ugly, the negatives, the points of note, and the positives of the bag. Let's get into it. So this bag right here, it's called a 20-liter pack, and honestly, it looks like a 20-liter pack, but it packs like a 14-liter bag. This bag, I took some stuff out of it now so it didn't look so big and bulky, but I put in here basically what I would have carried in my 15-liter Go Ruck Bullet, and it barely fit in this bag. Now there is this tiny bit of a taper design on the bottom here, so you do have to kind of pack it bottom up. So I did put a lot of my smaller items in the bottom of the bag, and I kind of see it. It doesn't fully clamshell, so I tried to pack it with things like my sardine tin on the bottom and this extra pouch that has like masks, and there's like a tote bag and stuff in there. And oh, I took it out. I had like my tool roll stuffed at the bottom. Just because it has this slightly tapered design, I needed to put smaller things like this. I had to kind of like cram them down the bottom. But ultimately, this bag packed more like my LBT 14-liter day pack, or even smaller. I could not fit everything I wanted to fit in this bag. It just seemed too small, which was a little bit frustrating. Now, I was a little bit content when I got a 20-liter pack because I went from a 30 to a 20, and as always happens when I carry a bag bigger than I need, I ended up carrying a lot more junk that I didn't actually need to carry on my person. It just kind of got in the bag and stayed in the bag and never came out. So it did help me to eliminate some of that clutter, but still everything that's in this bag, it just didn't quite fit the way I wanted it to, and it made the carry not uncomfortable, but like getting into the access of the bag was just very cumbersome and just downright difficult at times. I have not been carrying my laptop too much with me, but I have been carrying my tech pouch because I have SD cards and my hard drive, and when I put that in the bag, even though I have this space here, I would lay it across the top, it wouldn't fit right. And that's going to be this little corner of the zipper right here on the front access pocket side of the bag. Now, I guarantee, because we're filming, Murphy's Law states it's not going to happen, but the zipper would get hung up here all the time. Now, a little bit, but usually it gets like downright caught. And you can actually see right here where it's getting caught. There's this little dip in the zipper, and even if you straighten it out, it'll stay straightened out, and then it should zipper just fine. But as you use the bag, this kind of dimple, if you will, always forms in the zipper, and I think it's to do with the pleat here for the front zipper, for the front pocket. It always makes this little dimple here. So sometimes, again, because we're filming, it's going to work no problem, but sometimes the zipper would get caught here, and I'm actually struggling with it, or have to two-hand it. And Murphy's Law, because we're filming, it's going to keep zippering no problem. And that's most likely because we're not moving around, moving the bag, and getting that dimple to crease deeply. But something like that is something I would normally put in like my points of note or my neutral points of the video, but it happened so often that it was quite aggravating, that just about every time I was trying to zip the bag, I was like struggling with this one little corner to get the bag zippered. So it's going to be a negative in the bag. And again, I believe it's because this front pocket here, it just creates this little pleat that just kind of makes this dimple form all the time. And when you're moving the bag around or getting into the bag, it just kind of makes that little dimple a little deeper and the zipper gets hung up. It's nothing that you can't just push with your finger and fix it, or, you know, work the zipper and get it to close. But it was just so aggravating that it just always seemed to get in the way of me closing up the bag just about every single day. So honestly, those are like my two negatives. I feel like this bag is definitely overrated for its liters. It does look like a 20-liter bag. It looks like it's got enough space, but I guess it's just the tapered design, that slightly tapered design in the front pocket. It just does not fit a lot of stuff. So again, I did take a few things out for ease of access for the video. My tech kit wasn't an everyday carry. It seemed like there was enough space. The bag just seemed like if you put just a little bit more than it could comfortably carry, it didn't want to carry anything at all. Next, we're gonna go into my neutral points, and one of them is, I don't know if you can see it. It's hard, but the material does pick up dog hair and some lint pretty easily. There's a dog sniffing around a vintage Christmas tree that for some reason doesn't want to be on camera right now. But just so you know, it does attract the dog hair and the lint to the fabric fairly easily. Another neutral point is this front pocket right here. Now it is essentially the whole space of the front of this bag, but the opening is kind of small. It doesn't cover the full front, and then the bag access kind of goes behind the zipper, so you do have to kind of work to try to get the whole thing completely full. You either have to go up past the zipper ends, but the pocket keeps going, and it goes back. So the zipper itself, I would like to see it just a little bit longer. I mean, it does have maybe another inch and a half of space it could zipper before we hit the corners, and I get that they needed to end it before that, probably for maybe this crimping issue that they have going on right here. But I would like to see this pocket just a tiny bit, the zipper on the pocket a tiny bit wider, make access here a little bit easier. I mean, I could still fit a fair amount of things inside here, and it's okay, but when I'm trying to pack it, I definitely have to like be conscious of how I'm putting things in here. And there is, I thought there was, yeah, there is a D-ring key leash in here. Got a little gap in here so you can slide your keys on and off. But the pocket access could be a little bit better, because again, I could fit things in here, but I do have to be mindful of how I'm packing it. Otherwise, it does make getting things in here quite difficult. And the zipper does actually function just fine on this pocket. I haven't had any issues with it getting hung up or getting stuck at all. So this pocket, just a little bit hard on the access of it. And my last neutral point is something I alluded to in the beginning of this video, and that is carryology. Now, I thought this was common knowledge, but in a recent Reddit post, I found out that it actually wasn't. Bellroy is actually owned by the same people that started Carryology. So Carryology, the reviewing platform, is also the same people that own Bellroy. I believe Carryology started first, so the reviewing started first before they created their own company of Bellroy. But Bellroy and Carryology are actually owned by the same group of people. I thought that was common knowledge in the carry community, but I found out recently that it wasn't. So yeah, point of note that Bellroy and Carryology, same group of people, own both. And that's about it for my neutral points. Now we're gonna go ahead and get into the positives of the bag. And first and foremost, I love this colorway. I don't know what it is about this like maroon and this like bright green, this like neon green with the accents on the straps and everything. I love this colorway. I saw this on the Bellroy site. I've been looking at this bag for quite a while. I wanted something simple and basic from Bellroy because I wanted a smaller, simple, basic bag. And you know what? I've been staring at this colorway for some time, and then this was the one that was super on sale on Nordstrom Rack. I was like, oh, no brainer, yeah, I'm gonna buy it. So I picked it up. So the colorway is just great. I really like the colorway. And overall, the design, I like this design of the back. It's very simple, which is what originally drew me to the classic backpack. It's very simple. It's very basic, but it still has a little bit of organization to it. It was really, really nice. I liked the design. It's clean. The accents are very minimal with just a little bit of this branding on the front strap. It does have, I would say, the right amount of external access with your top quick access pocket in your front pocket without having to totally go inside the bag for your quick things like if I want to make sure it's facing the right way, my work ID, or if I needed to get a pen to write something down, I can grab my pen, I can grab my work ID. If I'm out with my daughter and she gets a boo-boo, I mean, it is a little bit difficult because the front access, but I can get into the bag and I can go ahead and I can get my first aid kit out to access that without having to go into the meat and potatoes of the actual bag. I like that. I can get a few of my quick access things, no problem. I really like that. And then internally, we do have our one front pocket of organization here, which also helped to dial in just a little bit of the smaller things. This is where I was keeping my sardine tin and my tuna tin, and here they fit almost perfectly side by side in this pocket. The footprint of these is very simple and basic, but once you start packing them out, they get lumpy and everything. So having that stretch on the pocket did make getting them in and out of this pouch a lot easier. I like when companies put these like stretch mesh pockets on the inside. It just makes access so much easier. When you gotta get your hand in there and you're digging around, you can actually move your hand around. I hate when you get in there and you can't even wiggle your fingers to get something. It's pretty difficult, but I love these stretch internal pockets. They just make access of your stuff so much easier. Now, I didn't really carry my laptop too much with me in this bag, although a 15-inch MacBook Pro does fit in this bag, absolutely no problem. It'll completely go inside the laptop sleeve and you're good to go. And the sleeve is floating, so your laptop's not gonna be sitting on the bottom of the bag. I did, however, carry my tablet quite a bit in this bag, and that fit in here in the tablet sleeve in front as well, no problem. I did test putting the tablet and laptop in there together. That was one of the early things I just wanted to see if it would fit. I didn't film it, but they did fit both in there together, no problems. I also kind of like this back panel. It's pretty simple. It just has this single channel that's going down the center of the bag. It felt really good. It has this softer, it almost feels like a Durastretch material backing. It's the same on the underside of the straps. It didn't tear up my clothes in any way. I didn't really test out the bag in the heat because I got it for Black Friday, so it was November in Pennsylvania. So I can't attest to how well this would work in the summer or warmer months. But getting into the cooler months here, wearing this over a bunch of different jackets or vests and carry combinations, it felt really well carrying it. It did carry fine on the back. It felt good. And again, this backing is nice and soft. It is not abrasive, so it did not tear up any of my clothing in any way, shape, or form. So fit, feel, finish, do I like the bag? And honestly, I'm a bit torn. I mean, the quality is there. It's a nice looking bag. It feels good. It feels nice to the touch. It's pretty durable. The external of the bag feels nice. This bottom like woven fabric feels nice. The back panel feels really nice, and so does the other side of the straps. It has this, I believe it's real leather grab handle. It's very supple. It feels really nice. The same with the branding on the sleeve. Everything feels good. It looks good. But because it doesn't really carry like a 20-liter pack, I was a little underwhelmed with the bag. Price point wise, $150 brand new. Originally I was gonna say I don't think it was worth 150 bucks, but really in hindsight, thinking about it, in the carry community, $150 is a cheaper, pretty inexpensive bag. So yeah, it's definitely worth that price point because they're on point with the quality. The build is nice. Just the functionality of this particular bag, I wasn't overwhelmed with. I was happy when I downgraded from a 30 to a 20 so I can carry less stuff, but I wasn't happy when I couldn't fit the essentials that I needed into a 20-liter bag. I was a little baffled by how much I really had to work to get my stuff inside the bag and then fight with the zipper once I got the stuff in there. Now, again, because I'm filming, the zipper is going to work cleanly, but when you're actually using the bag and moving it around quite a bit and getting in and out of it, it makes this little corner dimple quite a bit, and it's always going to end up being a struggle to get it closed. And I think that again is because of the little pleat right here for the zipper, the front pocket of the bag. So I mean, overall, I love these accents, the zippers, even the threading is the matching neon green. I just love the look of the bag. It's simple, it's clean, it's sleek. But I mean, I'm on the fence. I mean, it's definitely a nice bag, but if you wanted a 20-liter pack, I'm gonna say try something else, because this does not carry like a 20-liter pack. If you're looking for something more like a 14-15-liter pack, you know, give it a shot, because I think this would definitely work for people that carry a smaller, more essential EDC. Then I'm a little analog. I carry a lot of paper products. I have a paper journal. I have a book that's teaching me how to draw, and I have like a paper journal. So I do carry like 3 pieces of paper that are larger that you can easily eliminate with one electronic device. You're definitely going to have a lot more space inside the bag, but to me, those are everyday carry essentials, so I carry them with me. If I'm not carrying that drawing book, I'm carrying an actual print book that I'll read on my lunch breaks or something here or there. So yeah, I do carry paper products inside my bag, so maybe it's just me, because I like the touch and feel of paper over electronics. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love my electronics and all, but I prefer to be a little bit more old school with when I'm taking notes and whatnot. So if you're gonna carry a larger EDC and you're going for a 20-liter bag from a 20-liter pack, I'm gonna say this is not the bag for you, because I don't think it's gonna fit all your stuff. But if you're going from, say, something like a 12 to 15-liter pack and you wanna carry something a little bit bigger, I don't think this is gonna give you the more space you're looking for, but it's definitely gonna carry everything that you were carrying in that smaller pack. So, yeah, on the fence with that one. So if you like this video or any of the videos, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Smash that big red button, ring that bell right next to it so you get notifications next time I post a brand new video. Good night.